Alright, hey guys, and welcome back to Mario and Luigi, Kola Kingdom Quest. This is Catalyst Cam playing, and as may be noticed here, I actually spent some time delving into World 2, but neglected to save the videos. So, we're back here, coming from all the way from October to April. Yes, it's been that long. I refreshed the videos, and we need to pay this hack a visit again. It's been long enough, it's all going to be just pretty much new again, but... once again, move faster, Pokey. Oh, there's the Proton John reference right there. Okay. Oh, God. Let's see how long it takes me to get the hang of Mario controls again. So far, so good. Am I right? I'm feeling it, man. I'm feeling it. Alright, let's see here. Excellent. Okay. It's just, trying to think if I've been playing other side-scrollers right now. No, mostly we've just been playing, Final Fantasy VI, obviously. For YouTube. As far as this is going right now during recording, I always got to go behind the scenes like that, but you know, it is what it is after all. And let's, okay, that jump didn't actually respond the initial time. It's been a pretty good year so far, man. Just continuing on, chugging along with university, trying out my first summer semester at this point. Hang on, I'm gonna fix a button real quick here. Okay, these guys are coming out of potted plants. That's a pretty cool little change. Hang on one second. Not hotkeys. I took off the save states because I noticed I wasn't using them before, and I'm going to try and honor that. So, unless things get crazy as per usual. Okay, we need to switch X and A. A needs to be up there. X needs to be there. There we go. I just prefer that to have... I think, yeah, to have my spin jump up there. I was about to say, does this game have it? I'm not sure. But, okay. Give me your shell. No. We got some sort of genuine Egyptian sound and stuff here. Oh, I don't know if it's genuine. Genuine or stereotypical, either way. It sounds Egyptian. I like it. I was looking at this game and I'm like... I'm always going to be talking about my video game ADD lots on these channels that cause these long delays in playthroughs and stuff to happen, even in my own life. But it is a true fact. Okay. I can get those guys to get out of my life. That would be nice. But I was just like looking at my Twitch channel. I was like, oh, what did I leave behind this time? And I'm like looking at this. I'm like, look how bright and colorful this is. Read into it. Oh, 86 little hack. Yeah. Obviously, we've been over that through this series, and this is only episode 6, I believe, at this time, so I don't want to break that fourth wall too much there, which is also something I talk about. This looks like it might be doing a thing. No. Just got off watching some of the new Prison Break season. I know that's probably dating this incorrectly, but it finally made its way to Netflix, of course, so I waited for that to happen, because I very infrequently watch cable. I've actually, oddly enough, been booting up my family's, like, cable box lately to watch The Big Bang Theory as well, because I haven't watched that since, like, it was pretty well new. At least probably a few seasons in. I'm not sure how I feel about it. I feel like, as, like, I guess, I don't want to be, like, you know, this theater snob or, like, acting snob, but I'm not much. I genuinely enjoy things a lot. And I am enjoying the show, but... I feel like with a lot of those, like, Chuck Lorre shows or whatever, I think it's Chuck Lorre, like, it comes from a place where, like, the shows get milked a bit to death, and that's kind of, like, obviously showcased the most with the whole 2.5 Men debacle, where, you know, Charlie Sheen was recast, basically, or wrote out of his own show because of being pretty much an idiot. But, like, when you look at that show and this one, they both got milked for a long time, even with the original actor Charlie Sheen. So, looking at The Big Bang Theory, I'm just like, wow, they're on, like, 9 seasons now. It's an anomaly now, because I remember back in the days when it was nuts that Home Improvement went 8 seasons. And it's like back then you had to fight for, like, specific TV time slots and whatnot. But I think it's very easy for shows to survive now. And, like, I'm really able to enjoy things past the point of where they're kind of getting stale. Usually, I think it's kind of dying off of me these days, maybe a bit to the norm more so. But I'm just like, how can the show go on for that long? It's like, the way it's seeming to be, like, written is taking the whole, like, I guess, nerd stereotype to a bit of an extreme that's comedic. And I enjoy that. But I just don't see, the characters don't have a lot of places to go once, you know, Leonard gets the girl and stuff. So I'm kind of curious. It's done through Crave TV on my parents' cable, so I think that it only has 6 seasons on it, and I was like, you know what, that's probably fine for me. Honestly, I don't know how much the place... the reason I mention this and bring it up at all is because it's current events for me, I guess. And the fact that, jeez. Oh boy. Trains of thought. It's gone. It's gone, guys. Oh, great, because I watched a random, like, Season 9 episode or something, and I was like, this is... Everybody's just, like, married off and stuff. Which is funny, because I say they have, like, no place to go, and they do that, but, like, I don't know. I guess they gotta explore different aspects, and props to them for that. It's much like Breaking Bad's probably the best example of, first of all, cutting a show when it, you know, before it sticks around long enough to see itself become the villain and go stale. But every season gets very unique, and the characters take such crazy development courses that, it's nuts, man. It's a prime example of, how things should be done, but I don't know. If it ain't broke, don't fix it at the same time, so people are still enjoying it. I ain't want to say nothing, really, if they're still going, so I don't know. I just find it an interesting little random-ass comment thing to put out here through the video, because, like I say, this series is just about shooting the shit, and I was looking at that, and I was like, I know I take a couple different styles when it comes to different series on my YouTube, and that kind of comes with different genres of game, mostly, because it's hard to talk about other stuff when I'm playing an RPG or a blind game, let alone both, like with Final Fantasy VI, which is fine, because that whole thing ends up being very much a new experience and a game-focused experience, whereas this is like, I can talk about anything while I'm playing a platformer and enjoy it, and not lose my focus as well. Let's not go back in here, though. That was a fat finger, as we would call it in Overwatch. Okay, so, oh, we're not going to get to see the Red Switch Palace. I apologize, everybody. Catacomb Cavern. The footage is gone for that, so I just noticed that now. That is probably not something we're going to be able to repeat unless I start up a new file, which is a possibility down the road, but I will probably honestly forget why. What the heck? That's a new sprite, I believe. And I don't mean to take away from the game at all. It's just, it's kind of how it works with platforms. I mean, there's not always a whole lot to comment on with the games, and I will comment on them when I see them for sure. But I know I was talking about this, and I was talking about this when I was like rewatching it, and I was like, yeah, man, you tell them. That sounds like a good time to me, man. And that's so I don't know. I was just kind of like, yeah, that sounds like fun. Let's do that. Because honestly, I've been going through, like, be honest, it's just. You know, you have those days that are just not great, and there's not a real reason behind it. Things are alright. I guess it's just underlying depression or whatever, because everybody has that lately. I'm not special, but, you know, just having a random off day that's just like, man, I just don't feel good today. And for the most part, we just play Overwatch a lot. That's my life these days, for gaming, for the most part, especially with university and not being able to start in anything big. But it's just like, man, I didn't know what I wanted to do. I was like looking at my games. I was like, I don't want to play anything I have to take like remotely seriously. I don't want to have to, watch, even with TV, I was like, I don't want to watch anything dark. I just want to have a good time. Which is funny because I ended up watching Prison Break, which is such a well-written show. Blocks with the letter P inscribed into them will trigger the effects of the P switch when touched, but they don't last as long. Okay. Do not last. Oh, right, yeah, because we have the blocks. I do kind of remember this. Oh, yes, the light place. Oh, boy, I remember something about this. The exact fact about that I was getting to this with this is, the fact that I can, like, enjoy the shit out of something like this and just have a casual good time is exactly what I'm looking for right now, and it just appealed to me, because I do like doing YouTube, but I gotta be honest, even just with unfortunate, like, depression, just random down days and stuff, it's just, I don't want to record when I feel like I'm, when I feel like I'm not up to snuff with my normal self, as I like to call it, and being entertaining. Whatever, entertaining is maybe not the entirely right word, but I wanna feel good when I'm recording, because that's what people want to see. That's what I want to look back on if I should ever rewatch random videos of mine, because I do that occasionally. It's not very often, but usually it's just a matter of like 3 years from now, I'll just like boot up a random episode from this and like skim 5 minutes of it, and it's kind of more like that. I know it probably doesn't make a lot of sense, but I don't know. It's just hard to make time to watch like any sort of big Let's Play these days, let alone my own. And the nice thing about coming back to these things like years later and stuff is the fact that it's kind of new to you again, because you don't necessarily, at least if you're me, you don't remember having the experience of the game. Which is kind of why I had to rewatch the first 5 episodes of this, or skim them once again, just to kind of know what was going on in the earlier levels at least. Even though, when it comes to a game like this, there's not a lot. And I don't mean to be, like, downplaying the game at all. The fact that it is doing exactly, what I want it to do is just a wonderful, wonderful little buffer to just run and gun through a fucking fun little platformer. And I do stand by everything I said earlier with SmwCentral, and the fact that people will put so much time and dedication into these. Just, I really appreciate it, because it's a fun time, man. It really is. It's a great way to just let loose. Okay, so let's see if this P block. I do need to be able to get like a running start somehow. Shoot. You know what? I'm wondering here, real quick. Is there a vine? That's why. Okay. Damn it. I don't think it was labeled the ghost house, was it? No, it's just like some sort of normal level. And the one thing I'll always talk about, especially when it comes to like Mario hacks, I see, is the fact that like when these hacks are able to exist, they're able to exist when they are made. Why the heck did that take me in the same place? Anyways, when they come out and people make them, they really try with a lot more experimentation and freedom than Nintendo would frankly allow themselves a lot of time, which is nice. You see a lot of world themes that Nintendo doesn't even do themselves, and it's just like, right on, man. That's exactly what I'm here for, you know? As nice as it is to see Nintendo do their own renditions of things, you just get to see a lot more of, like, different design come into something familiar, which is a nice thing to have. Okay, oh, right, it's just a P switch right there. Okay, let's do that, hit that, bam. Excellent. Also looking forward to getting back to, I know we've talked to the guys a bit, and I was just noticing the Twitch and Smw label's still on my channel thing there, which I'm perfectly happy with. They haven't been doing a lot this year, and it's kind of been a feel it out process. But I have talked to some of the guys here and there. Those are floating Goombas that are ghostly, I think. But we're talking about getting back to the Super Nintendo Quest as like kind of a yearly thing, maybe just not an ongoing thing. Okay, ghosts. Ghost Goombas. Ghost Goombas. Those just seem... I think those are a sprite swap of... no. Okay. Those are a sprite swap of the general blue ghost things that exist. But yeah, I don't know with the Quest. I think it obviously got to a point, because for those that don't know, we were playing the entire Super Nintendo library in order of release. As like 12 of us or something, and we kind of made up rules as long as we like went and like kept it to those amount of people and all that good stuff. Okay, come on, you son of a bitch. There we go. Okay, I didn't expect that to actually hit him. Oh, you bad. I gotta watch my language. Bam. So yeah, the Super Nintendo Quest obviously got to a point where everyone was getting sick of the last few games we had available, or the ones that were unlocked through our rules at the time. Because as much as like people can be like, oh man, thanks, jeez. I was just holding the run button, I wasn't trying to grab that, jeez. As much as people can be like, oh, things were better back in the day, it's like, someone made an interesting point to me once, because it's interesting, because I do play a lot of stuff that is technically before my time or whatever, right? So you look back at things, and I remember being like, yeah, it just seems like things were better back in the day, back in whatever. But the thing is, you look at movies, you look at music, you look at games, whatever era it is, there's pretty much a level of bullshit along with the level of good. The thing is, the reason we go back and play, and we, as someone who is a younger generation myself than, say, a lot of the Super Nintendo releases, at least being old enough to, like, play a lot of them or whatever, the way we go back to things like that is we go back and we play the well-known stuff, right? We go back and we play the popular games, the good music, the good movies, and we say, man, look how good these were. But the fact is, when you actually go through and you play everything that was released, like we are doing with that Super Nintendo Quest, you see that there is a lot of poorly made stuff even back then. So it just kind of puts things in perspective. It's interesting, someone pointed that out to me once, and I don't think I was necessarily even arguing it, but it was just like, hey, that's a really good point, and we all do that, and it's just like nobody even really thinks about it. At least I never really did, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's totally true. But the thing is, it was just kind of fun to have like that community aspect. It was, with a lot of the guys from the old forums that I used to go on Retro Uprising, which was like a retro gaming site where you could do like in-web browser emulation. It's like through the years like 2009, 2008, 2011, 12, I think. Most part, the forums kind of died off, obviously, as I talked about in the start of this series, damn it. Oh, God. But, we used to do a lot of things like team contests and like all sorts of different themes revolving around these retro games, and it kind of brought back that same sort of feel for me, doing that. So that was really nice, I find, to do something like that. Oh god, that was close. I was holding that run button too, I was waiting for it to happen. So, I don't know, it was just kind of a fun thing to do among friends or whatever, and, you know, it was able to, like, make friends, doing that just, through that event and whatever. And, I don't know, I've talked to a couple of guys, like, yeah, we should bring that back, and I think everyone's kind of on it. I think people are into it, but a lot of us are feeling the same. Like, let me tell you, friggin' Lemmings, man, oh. Small sandstone blocks can be destroyed